Be better off all alone.
England will never be great again under this FA. With England's pathetic performance coming out from European Championships this summer and the debacle that was Big Sam and his 67-day international reign, England now and for a while has lost its place as a superpower in world football. But before we get into why the FA is so damaging for English football, make sure to subscribe to J&O United to keep up to date with everything football news, entertainment and games related. And let's cover why the FA is ruining the England international side. Now, it's become obvious in the last couple of years that the England job has become a poison chalice. We have players that many say have the potential to be world beaters, Dele Alli being one of the newest ones on the scene. But very few realise this potential, especially at an international level. We have players playing at some of the biggest clubs in England doing well alongside foreign counterparts, but as soon as they play alongside English players, they suddenly are not that good. The last time we had a truly successful tournament were Italy 1990 and Euro 1996. That's over 20 years ago. The issues are many, but the main issue is the FA. More interested in profit than the grassroots, our issues as a football nation are fixable, but the FA seem to have no interest to fix it, or just do not have the right people in the right place to fix our main core issue. Whilst the FA have put money into the game, they pour their money into stuff like St George's Park. Meanwhile, underfunded and overworked volunteers make up the grassroots coaching staff of the country, which is a massive difference to other countries in Europe. And then if these volunteers want to become professional coaches, they have to shell out $4,000 plus to get a UEFA B qualified license. If you go to Germany, it will cost you £1,000. If we look at Germany focused on training a certain type of player whilst making sure that becoming a coach wasn't too difficult to obtain. Hiring coaches at grassroots levels to teach a national identity for the game, the DFB have hired almost 3,000 part-time UEFA B licensed coaches. If we look at Spain, who used to be the nearly men of football, always fancied but rarely delivered, they invested in increasing the number of UEFA A and Pro licensed coaches in their national game and making youth coaches need the same qualification as a professional level coach, and were given incentives to get these qualifications. Now it's obvious that having proper professional coaches at a high level teaching your youngsters is going to benefit their progression as a footballer. Even Iceland, who managed to knock us out of the last European Championships, have made it a requirement if you coach age 10 or up that you have to have a UEFA B licence, which allows you to coach at a professional level in football. All their coaches are paid and badges come at a reduced cost. Iceland has one in every 1,800 people with a level A licence. England only have one in every 45,000. No wonder they had a better team performance than we did in the European Championships. The England team is filled with players that have received very little professional training until they are at a professional team. The ages of 5 to 11, where you can really imprint certain identities into a player, are coached by volunteers and dads and mums. Meanwhile, professionals are teaching the same age group in Spain, Germany and Iceland. No wonder our team of potential never come together as a unit on the international stage, because there is no international identity as a nation in football. Recently, the FA have spent $260 million on grassroots football, but the majority of it is being spent on new facilities in the Park Life Hub programme, which should create 150 more areas to play, but $48 million was spent on improving current locations. That's a lot of money spent on where you can play football, but not on how you can play football. You only have to look at countries like Brazil and Argentina to see that it's not all about the locations you have to play football and how high tech they are to actually become a great footballing nation. Meanwhile, only 1 in 5 coaches felt supported in their own development as coaches in football. The FA don't make it clear how much is spent on grassroots coaching programme, they just tell you that it exists. And money has been spent on county coaches tasked to improve and support coaching across grassroots football. but that is one person in charge of a whole county. How will that improve anything? And we will leave you with this image right here. If we look at the main nations in Europe, we can see their current FIFA ranking, then the amount of people playing football, then below the participation age you can see the amount of people with UEFA B licenses, UEFA A licenses and UEFA Pro licenses. And then you can see players per those coaching levels. It is obvious off of this image why we have not succeeded as a nation recently. Anyway guys, thank you so much for tuning in to JNO United. This is a new type of video that I'm going to try and do more of on this channel. I hope you've enjoyed it. I've been JNO, you guys have been awesome, and remember, it's all about the game.
Glorious, no